Alrighty, and we should be live now. Uh, what's up, viewers? Uh, we're gonna just wait a few minutes. It's only 11:26. The plan is to start around 11:30. So, I guess we could just talk about what's going on. Uh, Let me give you my thoughts on a few controversial topics in the NFL. First one, I feel like that Kareem Jackson is a pretty big one at the moment. I feel like he does deserve to be suspended because it's fine if it's a one-off thing, but it has happened multiple times this season, and we are not even halfway through the regular season yet. So I think he deserves to be suspended, but like I said, if it happened one time, I would, understand him being upset about it, but it's happened numerous times. It's starting to feel like he is intentionally doing it. Another thing, the 49ers, what's going on with them? My personal opinion, I feel like Brock Purdy's going to have that struggle that I was expecting him to have, taking that big jump from year one to year two. The expectations are a lot higher. He's no longer that, Mr. Irrelevant. He's now expected to perform. And that's kind of what I think we're kind of starting to see that maybe Jordan Love isn't the guy. Maybe Matt LaFleur isn't a great far. Is not going to go well. You might want to clean house at the end of the season. What I mean by that is get rid of Matt LaFleur. I know he's like loved, but like he just isn't a great play caller. He needs to either do like hand over play calling or he needs to figure it out. Uh, and yeah, I feel like just get rid of a lot of players who are going to keep the team like afloat and talked about. Aaron Jones, as much as I love him, I feel bad for him. He's took a pay cut to stay for this team, and he's not on a championship team anymore. And plus, he's 29, about to be 30. It's not great. But Jordan Love, I feel like he's okay, nothing special. He's fine to keep around for next year, and I feel like start next year. But I feel like if the Packers end up with a top 5 pick, they need to find a way to trade up to 1 or 2 to get Caleb Williams or Drake May. They have to. But it's 11:30 now, so we're gonna. That's just my opinion on a few of them. We're gonna get right into this Browns franchise. I've given people a few minutes to kind of get in here, although I doubt people will. But who cares? Because we're not here for viewers. We're here for fun. So if you missed it though in the last episode, as you can see, 38-14 to the 7th-seeded Broncos, and I was not happy. Rightfully so. That should not have been a loss. We should have won that game. The Broncos played way better, but as a 2 seed who was 12-1 at one point, we should have won that game. But we didn't, and I feel like that has a lot to do with Deshaun Watson. This was kind of the year he was supposed to prove that he was going to be worth getting $64 million a year, and he was supposed to lead us to and I said it would be Super Bowl or bust. What I meant by that is as long as we made the Super Bowl, which means if we were AFC champions, I would have been happy. But we didn't even get close. We were one and done. And that really hurts. We have some staff moves. I don't know if that's going to be like our team or it doesn't look like it. Any head coach, Ron Rivera. Commander's cleaning house. I understand the reasoning. I mean, Kevin Stefanski, we're gonna ignore him because he got replaced. But yeah, I think we need to look at, you know, not how we're going to compete next year, but how we're going to manage this cap space because we are in a brutal situation. We're going to go ahead and just advance weekly. I want to see who makes the Pro Bowl is like the big thing. We got one more week to go. And boom, we're in. For once, we're not coaching the Pro Bowl. So the Cowboys, no surprise, EA dick sucks them. I hate to already be that negative energy, but it just is the case. And the Titans, barely beating the Bengals, barely beating the Jaguars, barely beating the Chiefs, now find themselves in the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, you look at the Cowboys, they dropped 31 on the Saints, even though they allowed 23. They dominated the Seahawks. The Titans, I believe, are looking for their first Super Bowl. But looking at everything here, I mean, both 7 seeds won, so that was fine. Both 1 seeds made the championship game. Unfortunately, he's failed to make the Super Bowl. We already know who's going to win. Let's be honest. It's going to be the Cowboys. I hate to be that guy, but that's just the case. We don't have any quarterback, any running back, any fullbacks. Doesn't look like we have anyone so far. We have Joel Bitonio, left guard 1, so that's a great thing. And we have Wyatt Teller as right guard 1, and Jack Conklin at right tackle 1, so hey, we got something at least. And Myles Garrett is right end 2. If I had to take a guess, that's probably going to be it, maybe. Yeah, I was going to say my best guess would have been Denzel Ward. Or not Denzel Ward, excuse me, Martin Emerson. But I mean, let's just get right into it. We're actually going to quickly fire our offensive coordinator. We're going to look at the yearly awards, see how we did. So winning MVP is going to be Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. This is like my first time looking at this. I hate what they did here. I like it to the point where you can see all 10, but Mike McCarthy wins Coach of the Year. We're going to be there at number 5, so. Starting out in the AFC, this is the first time in a while I've got to look at our conference first. Always done the NFC first, or the AFC. Always been the NFC, and since AFC shows up first, we always just kind of did AFC. But Keenan Allen wins Offensive Player of the Year. Unfortunately, there is no Cleveland Browns in there. Defensive Player of the Year is going to go to Cameron Hayward. I see Myles Garrett down there at number 4, way to make us proud. Offensive Rookie of the Year going to go to Marvin Mims Jr. of the Broncos. I don't see any Browns there. Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Christian Gonzalez of the Patriots. Don't see any Browns there. Best QB is going to go to Patrick Mahomes. I'm just going to skip past it because I know Derrick Henry, Sean Watson wasn't going to be there. Derrick Henry wins Best Running Back. I see Nick Chubb down there at number 7. Way to, to you. Receiver's going to go to Keenan Allen. don't have anyone, which is a bit of a surprise, but I mean, I understand it because Elijah Moore did drop off. Elijah Moore was like a very solid receiver, just kind of dropped off. Best O lineman, even though we had 2 Pro Bowlers, we don't get anyone. Makes sense. Best D lineman's going to go to Cameron Hayward. Myles Garrett at number 2. You'll love to see it. I'm a bit shocked Zadarius Smith isn't there, though. I feel like he definitely played very well. Best linebacker is going to go to Max Crosby. Don't see anyone. Best DB is going to go to Patrick Surtain. We yet again don't see anyone, which is very surprising. And best kicker is going to go to Harrison Butker. Dustin Hopkins there at number 3. For the NFC, Cooper Kupp's going to win Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player is going to go to Aaron Donald for double Rams. Bijan Robinson wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Devin Witherspoon wins his Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best QB goes to Dak. Best running back goes to Christian McCaffrey. Best wide receiver goes to Cooper Kupp. O-line goes to Zach Martin. D-line, Aaron Donald. Linebacker, Fred Warner. DB, James Bradbury. And finally, the best kicker is going to be Robbie Gould. We're going to advance the staff week and we're going to bring someone in. But the Super Bowl winner is going to be a 58 to Cowboys 21-17. Surprise, surprise. Alright, this is going to be everyone here. Head coach Pete Carroll retired, so. I could get behind the Bengals. So we automatically hired a guy, which I didn't know, the computer could do that. But I could get behind, who we brought in. Marshawn Wallace of the Bengals. I could so get behind that. But we have staff. This is going to kind of be, in case you're curious about the recap as well, Super Bowl MVP is going to be Dak Prescott. We're going to go ahead and spend our staff points. We haven't done it legit all season. So, it just kind of makes sense. Gain XP. I mean, that just makes sense, honestly. Middle linebackers, D tackles. That's going to be... The head coach is most important right now. Offensive coordinators, talents cost less. Probably go offense because our defense... Oh, we can get both actually. Hold up. Okay. That's really unfortunate. That it, of course, costs 20 and we have 19. But the head coach is the most important in my opinion, so we're going to get that done now. Head coach is also the most expensive. So we could theoretically spend those 8 staff points on, because I believe they cost 8. But this is going to kind of be our team. We have some players to upgrade. These are going to be the guys who are, making on the practice squad. Here are all the retirements. We're not going to go over any, unless if it's in our division, which Justin Pugh. Oh, I skipped over him. Linval Joseph, Ben Jones, Justin Pugh, Josh Johnson. Also, it's also like a game-changing player. Aaron Rodgers is a very shocking one. He was expected to give 1 more year. Didn't do that. Colt McCoy, Shelby Harris, and those are the only 2 who retire on our team. And then Pete Carroll, obviously, is a very sad one. But without further ado, we're going to get right into it. We have the re-sign phase. We don't have any money to do that. But we do have enough money, well, we don't even have money to do it, but we're going to go ahead and give a 5th-year option to Greg Newsome, so we'll at least do something. Oh, quickly, I also want to check any dev ups and dev downs. So Amari Cooper regresses down to star dev. It looks like Donovan People, no, he was always star, I want to say, but if he wasn't, he is now. We need to quickly change that back around. But Amari Cooper's down to star, so that should make that decision a bit easier. I don't see any. Does Zadarius Smith also regress down to star? So it doesn't look like we had anyone go up in dev. We're going to quickly look at mock draft number 3. We don't have a first round pick. I don't think we're able to do trades quite yet. I think we need to wait. I don't even think we can trade because we don't have money. As you can see, negative 33 mil. We're going to accept the 5th-year option on Greg Newsome. And now is where it gets tough because Grant Delpit, Donovan Peoples-Jones, I'd love for both of them to stay. Same with Sion Taki, Anthony Walker Jr. Jaylen Brown honestly played very solid. Ronnie McLeod honestly did as well. Corey Bojorquez, goodbye. But we just don't have the money to bring them back. As you can see, for example, let's do Grant Delpit. Yeah, see? We're unable to do that. So we could franchise tag someone. But I don't think it's going to be worth the franchise tag because that's just going to make us in an even worse situation. So I think we just accept our loss. We advance week. And now we look at some, moves. We're going to go ahead, go to the salaries, and look at the penalty. So we would save 530K by cutting some players here. Obviously, I don't care enough to do that. I'm looking for, big dollar ones where we'd save money. Dustin Hopkins is a solid one. That would clear up 5 mil, 5.5 mil. But I think we're going to keep him around. Because looking at all of these, none of these are like game changing. Besides Amari Cooper. And he is going to be, someone we do let go. I know I talked about it. He's going to clear us 17 mil in cap space. Or like pretty much 16 mil or so. So that is going to be huge. As you can see now, we only have negative 4.7 mil. Also, I am looking at this Ronnie Hickman. That's a free 1 mil, honestly. But we don't have like much safety help, so we might just want to say bye. And then Dustin Hopkins, honestly. But I think we're gonna keep him because he was a very solid punter for us. I don't see a reason to get rid of him. But yeah, that was obviously the big one I was talking about when I said we could clear cap space by doing that. So if you, in case you're wondering what it looks like, savings is how much you'd save by cutting them, and then the penalty is how much you'd have to pay. So basically, for Wyatt Teller, I'd save 10 mil, but I'd have to pay 6.76. So I'm pretty much saving just under 3 mil by doing that move. So basically, you'd subtract the saving, so it would be savings minus penalty equals total saved. And for this, the negative as well, that just means we're legit losing money by cutting them. And obviously, we can't cut any of these guys. But we are in a way better cap situation now than we originally were because we cleared some cap room with the Amari Cooper. As you can see, only negative 13.7 mil. Amari Cooper also, that makes him the #1 free agent. Obviously, we can't sign any of these guys, but we're going to at least look, see who's available. Seven teams are interested in Jeremy Chin. That's a very interesting one. 4 teams interested in DPJ. 7 teams in Grant Delpit. Kirk Cousins. 3 teams looking at him. But like I said, I feel like we still have a chance to, make a run because we kept a very similar roster. It's just a matter of Deshaun Watson. But as you see, we straight up don't have the money. We can't go after anyone even if we wanted to. Sion Taki has 3 teams interested. I'm happy for him. And this is very sad. We're just legit window shopping. We're coming here to look and not actually do anything because we don't have the money to. That's the top 100. So because we don't have money, we're legit just gonna do something super sad, and that's advance week. Oh, also, in case you're wondering why I elected to cut Amari Cooper instead of trading him away, obviously he probably would have netted some value. CJ Goodwin calls it quits. Uh, is because we would not have saved as much money. We only would save a portion of the money because, I don't know why, but we just would have. So, in order to maximize the amount of money saved to, and obviously a nice pick would, like, we could have gotten a solid pick as well. It just wasn't worth it. We just had to bite the bullet. And it sucks because we don't have a first, obviously. I mean, if you look at I think it's in rosters. We don't have it first. We have a second, a very bad second because we did so well. We have our third, obviously. And then we have no fourth. We have Carolina's fifth, as well as our own. We have Baltimore's and Houston's sixth, and we have ours in Atlanta's seventh. And that's the same for next year as well. We don't have a first next year. We don't have a fourth. Pick whatever one I feel like is going to do worse. As well as, the picks we share. So one of our sevenths, which is either ours or Atlanta's, Baltimore or Houston's sixth, and either ours or Carolina's fifth, move up. Because this second round and third round pick are very fine. Those are guys who I can get behind, maybe end up drafting. But the fifth round is kinda not gonna do me anything because they're not gonna be. They could start because of how thin we are, but they're not gonna be good. And now I think we go ahead and we take a look at the free agency recap. See where some old players of ours are heading. See what moves maybe our conference made. And yeah. Amari Cooper, the number one guy. We're going to look at sign, by the way. Number one guy, in my opinion, Amari Cooper ends up signing a 4-year deal with the Houston Texans. We're just going to kind of slowly go through. We're going to talk about, players who signed with our division. So, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, or, players who are on our team. And Kirk Cousins, because, he's Kirk Cousins. He's the big quarterback. Grant Delpit signs a 4-year deal with the Eagles. And Donovan Peoples-Jones signs a 2-year deal with the Vikings. I'm happy for them, man. I wish I could have kept at least one of them around. Kirk Cousins signs a 1-year deal with the Titans. That's a very interesting move by them. Corey Bojorquez signs a 2-year deal with the Panthers. I haven't seen a single interdivision signing. Anthony Walker signs a 3-year deal with the Eagles, so him and Grant Delpit going to be sticking together. The Titans went out. Looking at their free agent signings, wow. Maybe I missed it, but I have not seen a single division signing. There we go. Terrell Burgess signs a 2-year deal with the Bengals. Baker Mayfield signs a 3-year deal with the Vikings, so they lose Kurt, they get Baker. Matt Araiza, now that his name has been cleared, signs a 1-year deal with the Bengals. Chase Edmonds signs a 2-year deal with the Bengals. Oh, Jordan Jenkins signs a 1-year deal with the Ravens. Boston Scott signs a 1-year deal with the Bengals. Sterling Hofstra signs a 1-year deal with the Steelers. Marvin Wilson signs a 1-year deal with the Bengals. And we're almost there. And there it is. We're going to look at QBs because I'm sure there's other... Oh, okay, never mind. You have Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, and then the rest. Or maybe that's just who got signed. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill went unsigned. Sam Darnold went unsigned. Jameis Winston, Tyler Huntley, Teddy Bridgewater, Marcus Mariota, Jacoby Brissett, Mike White, Mitch Trubisky, Gardner Minshew, PJ Walker, Skylar Thompson, Cooper Rush, Andy Dalton, Bailey Zappi, Josh Dobbs, Taylor Heineke, Cohen. Well, I wouldn't say it. So a few players going unsigned. Carson Wentz is a 63 overall. Mason Rudolph's a 61. Okay, some of these players are just being done dirty. But legit, the final thing we can do, I want to quickly look at the favorites I have. As you can see here, like the favorites. I went ahead and got receiver, D tackle, and then linebacker. Because those are like the needs. So for private workouts, am I able to, and we're going to find out, I am able to do favorites. Steven Leonard, we might end up having to try and get. Sam Edison, John Trainer, also looking great. We have a lot on the right outside linebackers already. We have a decent bit on safety, so we might have to look into that. I think we're going to do Tyree Spears, because we have 75%. And then we're going to do you, because you fit the scheme. We'll do you. I want to get 100%, so probably you. Alright. Without further ado, all we got left is the head to the draft. I don't think I can make trades, by the way, because I'm negative cap space. But we're going to look at the trade box, see if there's anyone. Hendon Hooker would be a very solid trade. Obviously, I don't think we can make it, but what? There are no trades for this package, so could I just theoretically? They drafted him with a second round pick, so obviously, if I offered a fifth, they probably wouldn't take it. Yeah, okay. See, I can't make the trade because of the cap room. So let's get right into it. We're going to go ahead and pause the draft. We're going to view my draft board. Here's something I wish it would say as well. Obviously, you see like the numbered favorites. These aren't necessarily the order it's in. I didn't bother doing the order because in past Mads it hasn't saved. I wish it would say where they are like projected to go on this screen, because I have no idea. Besides, you know, the round. Ooh, Tyree Spears. We might have to make a move up for him. Pick are going to take Percy Thomas, a right end out of Texas A&M. The Cardinals with the second pick are going to take Trey Money, a left tackle out of UFC. The third pick, the Bears, Doug Mathis, right end out of Georgia. The Rams at 4, Tyree Norvell, quarterback, Ohio State. The first quarterback coach, 4th overall. Tay Harris, cornerback, Michigan, staying in state. Alan Forbes, right tackle, Miami. Terrence McCree, safety, Washington. Sam Edison, linebacker, Clemson. Garrett Goldman, tackle, Oklahoma. And rounding out the top 10, Ramon Easley, QB, Utah. So we see 2 QBs go in the top 10, one at 4, one at 10. I believe we already lost a favorite as well. Joe Trainer is projected to go next, so. Or John Trainer, excuse me. But I did see a safety get drafted. It wasn't Lorenzo Forsett. And that's what I'm trying to get. Him is probably who I'm looking at. We'll see if he ends up falling. John Trainer, left outside linebacker, Notre Dame. Malcolm Beasley, cornerback, Ohio State. Commanders take Brian Bowles, outside linebacker, Colorado. The Eagles take Bobby Dickens, safety out of South Carolina. That's a great name right there. Larry Griffith, right end, Miami. Brian Steele, cornerback, Syracuse. That rounded out the top half, by the way. Gavin Lincoln, tackle out of Tennessee. Nate Williams, receiver out of Penn State. Oops. Artie Hyde, linebacker, Michigan. And finally, Mike Bagley, safety, Clemson. So that rounds out the top 20. Stephen Leonard's projected to go in 3 picks. There's still a quarterback who hasn't gone yet. There's 2 quarterbacks in the top 5. Lorenzo Forsett's projected to go in 17 picks. Which means I don't think we're going to be able to get him. And then a receiver. He was rounds 2 through 3, so. I still haven't seen him as well, by the way. There he is, 43 picks from now. So we honestly should be able to get him without having to... Ooh, maybe not. It's going to be close. Matthew Mims, tight end, UCLA. Paul Zeitler, quarterback, USC. So even though they signed Baker, they still draft a QB. Kenny Knox, tight end out of Miami. Stephen Leonard, linebacker, Texas Tech. Victor Elston, tight end, Florida State. Lorenzo Forsett, safety, California. That was the guy, right? That was the safety, right? Yep. Easy on. Roman Thompson, left tackle, Notre Dame. Justin Quintana, Notre Dame. Dennis Hurd, Arizona State. Dorian Drake, Boston College. Timmy Webster, tackle at Alabama. And to end the first round, Tracy McCray, cornerback out of Missouri. Alex Enriquez, receiver out of Clemson. Cordell Calhoun, left end, USC. Cliff Greenberry, free safety, Ohio State. Larry Pearman, linebacker, Colorado. Grant Brown, quarterback, Wyoming. Evan Pickens, receiver, Oregon State. Realistically, I'm trying to get to 9. I feel like would be like the first spot I consider trading. Andrew Lewis, quarterback, Alabama. Orleans Norton, edge, Colorado. Now I'm considering trading because he's going to go pretty soon in my opinion. Obviously, I don't see him anywhere. 23 picks from now. But I don't want to risk the Steelers taking him. So we'll skip one more pick. Curtis Miller, tackle, UCF. Now this is where it gets difficult because realistically speaking, the Giants are probably the final chance I have at him. So I'm not trading with the Steelers. I'm not trading with the Raiders. And then I feel like at that point I might as well just hope he falls instead of trying to get the Commanders or Eagles. So we're going to dial up a trade with the Giants. And this is going to take a bit, all right? Because they're moving down 14 picks. So realistically speaking, I would say the least I can do is give them a 5th. I'd prefer probably the later one, honestly. And maybe a 3rd 2 years from now. First off, I actually just want to see what the 5th would get me. Oh, we're almost there, so maybe... I reckon we throw in our projected early 6. And we throw in a 7th. We'll try the later one. Oh, I barely budged it. Okay, yeah. So I feel like it only makes sense to throw that in. And just a little more. I think honestly we could probably get away with using a 6. Oh. There we go. So we gotta give up our first 6, and a 2026 third. So we're gonna be without a third for a few years now. But we are on the clock. And we are gonna go ahead and we're gonna take wide receiver Tyrese Spears, 23-year-old out of North Carolina. He's 23, which is old, but he does have hidden development, which is a big grab for us. And honestly, I think we're fine. I probably should have saw who the Steelers would have taken. But, yeah, now we're up. So this is a huge, section for us. Because there's only one free safety left. And I feel like we have to take him. But I also feel like we gotta take one of these 2 linebackers. D-tackle isn't that big of a need in my opinion. Good. Like, this linebacker looks amazing right here. Sean Foster. But let's look at Brian Stewart before we make any decision. Doesn't look as great. I think we're going to go Sean Foster. He does only end up being normal. Oops. I do want to quickly see as well where, what his name is in Brian Stewart. Because I do think he is a very solid player. And odds are, neither of these, no one who I have left on my draft board, unless they're a bust, is going to be there still. We're obviously going to check. Yeah. But, I mean, right here, Curtis Noble's decent. He's not amazing. But we're going to take a flyer on him, man. He's 22 with hidden dev. I took him simply because he was the biggest, position we'll need. And he ends up being hidden dev. I also think we need a D-tackle, so we need to look for one of those. We know the most about you, so let's look at you. You're 22. You're not great. Let's be honest. You're first, third, fourth, fifth, but then you're 11th and 21st. But I also saw right below you is a very solid looking one. Or at least I saw that A through C. And you, we're going to take you. You look okay. So Joseph Bryan is going to glitch the game. That's great. That's just fantastic. I just wanted to take Joseph Bryant, man. But yeah, I guess he was so good he crashed the game. I'm gonna guess maybe the servers are down. That is legit the only thing I can think of. Oh, or not. Alright. I don't know if our pick went through. I'm gonna judge by the fact that it's now our second, fifth, that it went through. And let's think. I mean, Jeff Pryor, we know 95%. And he is bad, alright? We're not even gonna be as bad. But I do think we're gonna take another middle linebacker. David Smith looks bad, but we know a decent bit about him. Rashad Moon. Hidden gem, maybe? No. David Smith, maybe. I'm just harsh on you. You don't look amazing. There's only Sam Hamilton left, who I know a lot about. Ooh, hold on. We'll take Sam Hamilton. He's probably going to be a bad pick. Let's be honest. He was projected to be undrafted. But worst thing he is bad. He's a 5th round pick. He's going to make the roster. We also need to grab a kicker. Or not a kicker, excuse me, a punter. But looking at Rashawn Moss, he does not look bad. We'll take Rashawn Moss. He can double as a safety as well. And I reckon with our next pick, we're probably going to take a kicker. Or, excuse me, a punter. Because we need a punter. We don't have the cap room to literally sign one. We have to draft one. Either that or we have someone else play punter. And I'm obviously not going to do that. There's not that many. So you're just looking for kick accuracy, which is a D, and kick power, which is not here. I'm gonna guess that's what the medium is. So short accuracy. That doesn't make sense. Oh, accuracy. I just don't see power. So, I mean, out of all the punters, he was not very strong with bench press being the fifth. So we're going to say probably no to McQueen. Also, the same thing, but his accuracy is way better. We're looking for legit, I'm going to be honest, whatever one did the most reps. He did 6, that's second. So Shelton Wilbur has a great chance of being drafted. And plus he had A accuracy. I think Shelton Wilbur could be a great guy. We're going to take John Brooks, though. 21 years old, normal dev, out of Virginia Tech. And finally, to close it all out, Brian Hoskins is still here. We're going to take him. Maybe not the biggest need, but the fact that he's still there, and he wasn't even supposed to be that bad. As you can see, now we are negative 20 mil because we have to pay these rookies. But looking at our picks, we ended up drafting a 74 overall in Tyree Spears, hidden dev. Sean Foster, who was a 72 overall normal dev, but that's solid, 72, not bad. Curtis Noble's a 65 overall strong safety. He only has a 65, but he has hidden dev, so let's not, get too upset over that. Sam Hamilton, 58, like I said, worse he could be is bad. Then we got a 66 in Rashawn Moss, which isn't horrific. 71 in John Brooks, I knew he would be great. And then 67 in Brian Hoskins. So finally, the last thing we're going to do, there's a few. 81 overall Trey Money, hidden dev. I just want to see it quickly with these 80 overalls. He's superstar. So that's a great pick there. And then down here, wait, okay, it was Cardinals Buccaneers. I was about to say, if the Cardinals got 281 overall rookies, he's hidden. And he's X Factor. But I do want to quickly see the safety who I was going to take. So I have no idea where he went. So we're going to have to scroll for a bit. It wasn't Mike Bagley, I know that. It was Lorenzo Forsett, 76 overall. Hidden dev. Star will be fine. If I see Superstar, I'm going to be upset. Okay. It's okay. We didn't miss out on someone very good. But we did miss out on a X Factor safety. We're going to look at 80 overall Tay Harris as well, who has hidden dev. And we're going to look at the other 80 overall, and then finally the 78. Only star, okay. Looking to see if they're like generational. I believe that 81 overall is, so. And then Malcolm Beeson. Only normal, wow. And finally, 78 overall Percy Thomas, the number 1 overall pick, ends up having hidden dev. And he ends up being Superstar X Factor. That's probably a generational one as well. So the best player in the draft went to clearly McCree down there, who went number 7, Terrence McCree, because he has X Factor and he's the highest overall. But the worst goes to Sam Hamilton, and we barely missed out. Rashad Green and Russ Ridnick. And honestly, Donald Kramer and Greg McDonald, or an amazing either. But what sucks is we can't sign anyone. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. We're just gonna advance next week, and the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna watch the first preseason game. I want to quickly see the undrafted. There's none. That's bullshit that they got a fucking jump start to it. Yeah, there's legit no one. But before we get into the game, we're gonna quickly organize our depth chart to the way I would like it. So yeah, Elijah Moore is gonna be wide receiver 1. Cedric Tillman's gonna be wide receiver 2. David Bell is gonna be wide receiver 3. I don't know why he's not here, but he was a 74, 75. Where is he? He's going to be wide receiver 4. Well, honestly, he might just be slotted at wide receiver 3 immediately. Take over David Bell, honestly, I could see it. And then finally at wide receiver 6, we're going to put Brian Hoskins. So that's out of those that we drafted. I know we drafted a D tackle, at least one, right? Or did I forget? I forgot. Well, we're going to have to hope these outside players are able to hold their own. Did we draft any outside linebackers? We did not. So same thing, we're going to have to hope these players are able to hold their own. Middle linebacker is going to be Caleb Johnson. Cornerback, we're going to go ahead and actually take AJ Green out for Rashawn Moss. Free safety is going to be Juan Thornhill. The strong safety is going to be Curtis Nobles. And we're going to actually swap those two out. We're going to have Smoke Monday be the starter. And then obviously punter is going to be John Brooks. Jerome Ford is going to be the return man for the season. Kickoff starter is going to be, I guess we'll do Dustin Hopkins. Third down running back, none of that changes. Slot receiver might though. Elijah Moore, David Bell, Cedric Tillman, sure. Alrighty, well let's get right into it. This is gonna be fun. Weekly strategy against the Seahawks. We're gonna go ahead and defend the inside run. Just makes sense. We're gonna throw it short. We have these pass for 2 touchdowns is doable. We're not gonna have the punter. No. How do I sub you out? Oh, square. We're going to do Siaki Ika again. Oh, wait, no, we're not. We're going to do the 65 overall strong safety. Curtis Nobles. Yeah, I would play mini games, but that ruins it because that's not real. Like, if I was able to simulate mini games, I would 100% do that. But unfortunately, I'm not able to. Hold on. Oh, fuck. We don't have the money. Tony Fields, we gotta hope that we can just adjust you to left outside linebacker and you'll be okay. But this is actually bad. Like, this is not good. I knew that would happen. Question is why? Why does Madden default that way? What if I say I want there we go. Now, all we can legit do is hope that's enough. It is, okay. So, what I'm getting is, we legit barely have enough players to make up an actual roster. I didn't even see what overall we were. But if you don't know how this is going to work, stars are going to play the first quarter, and backups will play second through fourth. First play is going to be down to the 40. That's going to be Tyree Spears, the rookie, getting 24 yards off the bat. Going to be a handoff to Nick Chubb. He has some blockers. He's going to go ahead and go up to the 48. Just as a heads up, I'm not really going to commentate much. This is going to be the boring part of the stream. This is just going to kind of be me watching. There's not much to commentate because these are going to be backups. I'm not going to know their names. Obviously, I could talk about, like, oh, number 41 with the sack and stuff. Oh, Elijah Mordo. Slotted into the wide receiver 1 role, down to the 28 already. Something I am going to have to remember to do as well is to edit the rookie's numbers to numbers of my liking. Because I'm allowed to do that. since the season hasn't started yet, we're just going to ignore these stats as these numbers. Taking it outside, Jordan Brooks stayed with him stride for stride though to meet 3rd and 11. Dolphins won 35-30 in a shootout. Not that it matters in this preseason. Watson on 3rd down. He's looking. He tried to dump it off to Njoku, but Uchenna Nwosu was ready, and looks like Njoku wasn't expecting it. Alright. Dustin Hopkins for the 40-yard attempt. Or excuse me. It was not 40. I don't know where I got that number from. It was 46. He could theoretically make 1 extra point. That's all he'd have to do. And he'd be stuck as our kicker because we do not have the cap space to sign a different kicker. We're stuck with him. Decision making aggressive. So, that's why. And plus, it sucks that he's then paid $5.5 because we definitely could get a kicker for less. Granted, that kicker may suck, but he's also only had 1 year left, and we didn't need the cap relief now. Ron Carruthers or something. First play of the game for him, down with an injury. Very unfortunate, actually. That actually really makes me sad, even though it's a video game. Geno Smith just has to throw it away after pressure got to him. But yeah, he only had 1 year left, and he wasn't like a situation where we needed to relieve the cap room like that badly. Because no matter what, I knew we were either going to be barely over the cap to where we couldn't make a signing, or, it didn't matter because we would have, Amari Cooper made sense because he actually relieved us a lot of the cap room, which honestly doesn't make much sense now. Because we wouldn't have been over the cap, but it does make our, for next season, or not next season, but the seasons following, a lot easier because of that. Plus now, we got a solid receiver who we may not have even drafted if we would have kept Amari Cooper. Now we got Tyree Spears, who has already gone, 24 yards or something? Had all day, finds DK Metcalf down to 19. Going to be a handoff to Kenneth Walker. Second and 10. He going end zone, and it's going to be caught. Kenneth Walker on Juan Fornin. One of the few returning starters just got worked. He played great coverage, but he just lost track. Well, now we're going to get at least 50 seconds or so with the offense. Drum Ford's going to get to the 20. I don't know why he returned it. Watson going to hit Elijah Moore for a gain of maybe half a yard. David Njoku, on the other hand, though, going to get up to the 41. That's going to do it for the quarter. Here are the first quarter stats for those of you who are curious. That's it for the starters. Now it's going to be all backups. Okay, looks like Jerome Ford is the starting running back. Well, backup, but starter. He is. I thought Tyree Spears was going to continue to play, but I guess not. Honestly, Pierre Strong, a wide receiver 6, does not sound like the worst idea. I know that's what Jalen Darden is, I believe, where he's a running back receiver. We're also going to see a bit more out of DTR, who was the backup for a bit last year. Had to come in for Watson, didn't look amazing, so we put Colt McCoy in instead. But now he has to go through, and he is the leader so far out of the two. Has to beat out Ian Book. He's holding on Michael Dunn. DTR. It's going to be caught, but out of bounds. They're going to say, try to hit Tyree Spears. We're actually going to take a quick look at this. The rookie made a man miss, and you can see it is just barely on the line. Ooh, actually, that's a good angle. But I unfortunately don't think that's going to be enough to change it. But we're going to throw the challenge regardless. And it's going to be upheld. But that was honestly a great attempt by both quarterback, receiver there. DTR on third down has to roll out, throws across body just to get rid of it, and it's going to be incomplete. And on 4th and 16, the punting unit's going to go out there. And that is a horrific punt. What was that, 15 yards? But we're stuck with him. And boy, I hope that's just a one-time thing, because that's not good. Forcing a 3rd and 2. They're gonna hand it off. And Khalil Herbert's only gonna get one. I think they said Riley Dixon. Because he absolutely boots that one away. Because that's not your own Ford. Well, I guess actually since it's preseason. Makes sense. And it's going to be dropped on 82. Can't say I know who you are. gonna hand it off to Jerome Ford, who's gonna get 5, and he's having himself a solid outing as running back 2. Third and 5, it's gonna be a pass. DTR forced to roll out. He's gonna throw. It's gonna be incomplete. He's 0 for 4 so far. That's a bit better. So it looks like we do have potential in the punter we have. I just don't know how much, because it doesn't look like a lot. Gain of 6 by Khalil Herbert. I want to see him throw. I want to see what their backup quarterback is. I'm going to go to Herbert again, and we're going to finally see it. Well, assuming it's not sack. Because I don't have Drew Lock anymore. And he does complete it. It's going to be Skylar Thompson as the backup. I'm going to quickly use the bathroom. Actually, I'll wait until the 2-minute warning. It's going to be another handoff to Herbert. And this one's going to break free. He's going to go all the way down to the 21. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Oh, great. What a time to get back. Skylar Thompson runs it in. And they lead 14-3. I reckon come either a late third, early fourth, or like late third or fourth quarter, whatever one, I feel like we're going to put Ian Book in there. Because so far DTR is just not really good at it. There was his first 4 yards. Obviously, I thought he was going to start out amazing with that Tyree Spears, but Spears was just barely out of bounds. And he's starting to warm up now, looks like. Chase Allen, the tight end. Chase Allen again. Browns still elect not to take their timeouts. And DTR throws one of the worst passes I've seen. That's going to be intercepted. Trying to get Tyree Spears. It looks like someone intercepted it. I wasn't able to see. 23. I know it was the person. Just don't know a name. Skylar Thompson now is trying to score before half. They actually keep the clock running. He went out of bounds, going backwards. 2nd and 5 now at the 39. Skylar's going to scramble for it. He's going to pick up the first down, break a tackle, and he's going to get up to midfield. Seahawks take their first time out. Up to the 31, Seahawks take their second time out. And that's going to be dropped. That throw was a bit behind, but So far, he's been doing very well. Skylar Thompson has. And he's going to run for it again. He's going to break another tackle. He gets tackled inbounds. With 4 seconds left, they take a timeout. And Jason Myers kicks it through the uprights. The Seahawks more than likely going to lead 17-3 going into half. Obviously, there's 1 second left, so who knows. Here's the first half stats. Hasn't looked amazing so far. They do get ball to start second half too. Already penalty. Oh no, there isn't. Khalil Herbert, they're just trying to make it work with him. And honestly, it's not doing bad. But you've seen Skylar Thompson. I don't know why you're trying to like get Herbert going. Skylar has looked phenomenal. Looks like I chose a bad time to talk. First and 10 from the 25 now for the Browns. This will probably be DTR's final drive. And his first pass is going to be dropped by Hoskins, the 7th round rookie. And that's going to be dropped by Jerome Ford. As you can see, he legit just dropped it. He had some running room too. Well, he was about to get blown out, but so far, this has not been DTR's fault this drive. This has been all on his playmakers. Now he just has to throw it away. And we're going to put Ian Book in the game, because I doubt we're going for it. Ian Book only 57 overall. I'm hopeful he's able to be on the practice squad because I doubt he takes DTR's job. Okay. Looking at that, I think we got a good punter. I just saw KJ Osborne went for 3 for 107. Khalil Herbert's going to get 8 on the play. Very good job by him. It's going to be a handoff now, and Herbert's going to break a tackle. And we are lucky that JOK was there, because if he wasn't, he would have been gone. Khalil Herbert is one fast running back. And he's going again down to the 44, and he's starting to make eat my words on, straying away from him. And he's going to get another big game, a 6th. Will Disley goes down from injury, though. That's not good. Obviously, I know why they're getting big games. Because the backups are in, and our backups are right and left ends playing D-tackle. I'm not a genius, but that is not, like, a good thing. Chris Stroll goes down with an injury. The guy you just spotted. So the Seahawks are getting hit early with the injury bug. That's going to be caught for a gain of 8 by Young. He looks very solid so far. And the Seahawks down at the 3, 1st and goal, they're knocking off the doorstep. You already know that they're going to run with Herbert. They do, they get to the 2. Honestly, I see him going right back to it. And they do. And he's going to get in. Alright, so looking at this so far, I feel like our big hope is, that's going to be good, 24-3, is that, like, none of our key tackles get injured. Siaki, Ika, whoever we have. I know they're not great, but there's something. These edges, right, left ends, playing D-tackle, are not working out. Ian Book is going to be incomplete. Tried to hit the 7th round rookie, and he has not looked amazing so far. So he might not even make the roster. Third and 10 now from the 25. Ian Book. Pressured. He fumbles the football. Number 66 scoops it up. He's going to run up to the 7-yard line. And we're now in 4th and 28. Alright, well, at least we're fighting a lot about the player. I mean, he is an actual cannon of a leg. So far, it just looks like he's not been able to pin it. But hey, that's okay, because that reminds me of someone. I know this doesn't count, but if they score another touchdown, this is going to be the third, or technically 4th game in a row. Actually, it is 4th. It's going to be picked off. 4-0. Alright, Ian Book. Now's your chance. You're fighting for quarterback 2, because we all know quarterback 1 is not going to be a competition getting paid $64 million. It's going to be incomplete, but there is a penalty. And it's going to go on Boye Mafe, one of the new free agent signings for him. First and 10 from the 41. Ian Book rolling out. He's going to throw it deep. And he has a man. That's going to be Tyree Spears. And he is going off. What a play by the two. Just launches it on the money. Dustin Hopkins is going to put it through the uprights. So far, Ian Book is leading the competition. That's incomplete. I don't know if he was pressured or not, but if he had just a bit more time, and I don't know, like I said, but if he just waited a bit longer, he would have had a touchdown probably. That pass felt very forced. Third and 7. Skylar's going to scramble for it like he always does. He's going to get down at the 49. It's going to be a first down. It's going to be complete. That's going to do it for the quarter. There's one quarter left to go. Seahawks have dominated, but like I said, it's preseason. We've seen a lot more out of the Ian Book. Here's the first quarter stats. Those are curious. What is this music I'm hearing, bro? Not bad. Probably gonna get me copyrighted, but I hope not. And a lot of running room. And he's gonna break a tackle. I don't even know who that is. That's Zach Charbonnet. I do know who he is. I didn't know he wore 26. I thought he was like 30. Tried to hit 85, but just incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 21-yard line. Gonna be a handoff to Herbert. Herbert's gonna get a gain of 3. Third and 7 now. Skyler. Time. Throws. And really, I thought he dropped that. What? I guess. I have no idea. In my opinion, that would have been a no catch since he let go of the ball early. But it's EA as well, so that just could be like the animation. Down to the 5 is Skylar Thompson. Herbert walking. And that's the dagger. But, I mean, we allowed 30 points again. It might be the defensive coordinator who's at fault, man. 4 games in a row. I thought we had a good defensive coordinator, but I don't know. This returner is ass. I don't know who you are, because I know you're not. You're Pierre Strong, I think. Actually, you might be wearing 30. We're finding out who it is after the game, and we're taking him off of return duty. Yeah, this man, he has not looked good. The receiver, 7th rounder, I don't remember his name, gonna be honest. And he's gonna be sacked. Boye Mafe getting half of it. 3rd and 19. Alright, Ian Book. And he's going to go sacks again. 4th and 23 at the 9. Hurd with 2.5 sacks. And I don't know, because Ian Book played better, but DTR also avoided pressure way better. So, at the moment, it's literally a 50-50. I'd say giving the slight edge to Ian Book because our O-line's so good that we know how good they are. So, the pass protection should not be that big of an issue, with the actual starters if Deshaun Watson does get injured. So, Ian Book is probably the favorite at the moment. But at the same time, DTR's players just did not make plays. So, I have no idea. First and 10 from 28. Gonna be a handoff. And Chris Stoll goes down for injury. He made it back in the game, but he was injured again. That's definitely not good. And Myles Garrett's in the game, and he just absolutely lights up DTR. And we have 2 sacks so far this game, and both of them have been Myles Garrett. Jason Myers from 48 yards out is going to make it. And the Seahawks have put up 34 as I drop my controller and it hits circle, and we're now forced to exit because of that. Alright, Ian Book. You got a minute to win it. And finally, he gets a catch. I actually like 82 for him. I think we're going to keep it. And he almost made a spectacular play there. And that's going to be... It's clear who his favorite target is, but... And the offense is going to stay out there. There's a minute left. Seahawks are just going to run the clock out. So, doesn't really matter. Or Chase Allen's going to get a catch and extend it. I heard 82. He has gone for him so many times. And again, it's just not working out. So I think DTR might overtake him at this point because he just keeps going to one guy and it has not worked. As long as this play takes more than 4 seconds. Which it does. Alright, and that's going to do it. Seattle just has to run one final play, and they can get out of here. You already know it's going to be a run with Herbert, but Myles Garrett's out there, goes double team. The run goes for 9 yards. That puts him over 100 yards rushing as well, so congrats to him. They might call one more play, who knows. It'd be so stupid, though, risking an injury. Alright. Alright. That's gonna do it. 34-10. Final thing we get to do is 1, check who the fuck 20 was. Make sure he never returns it again. 2, change some rookies' numbers. Ronnie Hickman, we're going to go ahead and give him hybrid. Put him up to a 66 overall. But yeah, like I feel like we're going to have a bad time this season. Pierre Strong's 20. Alright, Pierre Strong, you're never returning again. I'm sorry. But, like, no. Just no. There's nothing else to say besides no. Elijah Moore. Because I know you'll be on the team. Defense. Rocking 58, I can get behind it. Want to quickly check Hamilton too. Rocking 40, I can get behind that too. Curtis Nobles, 48, I do not like that. $22 is available. We're giving you 22. That just fits you, I feel like. Rashawn Moss, 13. Do we have anything better? I saw 28. 28 might actually work. Ooh, I like 31 actually. We're going to give him 31. I mean, it's 13 flipped around. I like 82, so we're going to keep 82 on him. But 89, I like. Don't get me wrong. But I just want to see if there's a better number. Because, realistically, I feel like he'd look great in, like, 19. Alright, start out with 3. Don't like it. 5. Don't like it. 9. Don't like it. 10. I still like 89 more, I think. No. 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 Alright, now he's hop. 88, no. 86, no. 83, no. 81. Alright, we'll keep him at 89, honestly. I really like it. I don't know why, but 89 just fits him. Like I said, I thought 19 was like the only number that would look better on him. He doesn't look like a single-digit receiver type of guy. That's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did. Now, see you guys next time where we'll go through the other 2 preseason games and make our final roster cuts. Goodbye.